Well, in Halloween, we were too busy getting rock hard that we forgot the meteors. The meteors. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Season4 here. Today, I am back to cover Triple Trick Fenelle in DivineZ. Now, I can't even say Triple Trick because like Triple Trick Fenelle. And I've been told that this is sponsored by the Touch Fluffy Tail community. So thank you so much for sponsoring this video. I didn't accept the money though, because I'm not a fan of bribes. Today we're gonna cover Fenelle in DivineZ because she has finally gotten more and more support. Actually, that's a complete lie. She's not gotten support. She just keeps winning because people just realize that the new going first, going second rule impacts a deck that gets +2 critical on turn 1. So like, what the hell are you guys doing? I don't know anymore. But let's actually cover this deck. This deck is very simple. It's very easy to go through. I think even a monkey, or in this case a fox, can play this deck. So let's go into that real quickly. This is our right line. Our right line is purely built out of Fenelle because Fenelle is the main character for this deck. What is a surprise? Now we are going to start off with the energy crest. I've already covered this in my DivineZ Explain video. Please check the link in the description. And that's all I'm really going to say. The rest of this deck operates as well as you think it is. Our grade 0 is called Hop and Step Fenelle. It is literally Fenelle. Yes, that's all I say. The grade 1 is Finding My Own Appeal Fenelle. How do I spell that name? Am I reading this wrong? Never mind. When this unit is riding a pawn from a grade 0, any grade 0, including Feltirosa Sama. So yes, I win. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 2, trick and treat from among them. Put them to your hand and shuffle the deck. And what the hell is a trick and treat? Well, we'll get into that in a bit, but it's in order, okay? It's in order. But we'll get into it. So she opens the top 7, she adds 2. I'm very sure that's very similar to Gravidia. So yeah, we are starting to see the rocks fall at this point in time. And then our grade 2 is Guileless Smile Fenelle. Fenelle, when this unit is placed from riding for a grade 1 card. Oh, including Feltirosa Sama. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to... It's the same text. You get +4? It's a +4? Are you kidding? The fuck? Bro, that... How? Alright, the next time I see Kidani at WGP, I have a lot of words for him. Our grade 3 is going to be the iconic Fenelle. During your turn, you can play 3 orders. Zorgan Nadir is crying. But you cannot play orders other than Trick and Treat or Regallus Peace. Wow, so Fenelle loses to Shrenuia. So sorry to hear that. When this unit attacks, if you've played 3 or more orders this turn. Wait, 3 or more? But the continuous spell already says you only can play 3, so... What? This deck is so contradicting, holy shit. If you've played 3 or more orders this turn for some reason, I don't know why, come +1, choose one of your other rear guards until the end of the turn. This unit and that unit get +1 critical. And all your front row units gain 2 for each trip and treat in your drop. There is nothing fair about this deck. Like, that's +2 critical and potentially, what? +20k to the front row? Going first? No grade 3 restriction at all? You know, I keep having people ask me, what am I going to do when I open channel memberships? I want to stop doing that profiles. These decks are too insane. Our grade 3s, we play 2 copies of Trick Fenelle, and then we play 1 copy of Trick Fenelle in the main deck, which means we play 3 copies of the card that's literally called Triple Trick. So yes, you can thank me all for my genius literature. Please, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all your views. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Moving on to our trick and tricks, because I think that's what everyone's really here for. You'll be surprised that they actually make up most of the deck. So I think I'll have to cover them very respectfully. There's a total of 16. There's a total of 16. So there's like 8 of like the light kind, and then there's like 8 of the dark kind. And the funniest part is that they are all literally the same card. So it is literally just meteors. I wish I can make this up. I really wish I could, but you know what? I'm being held at gunpoint to do this video at this point, so I don't really have a choice. So this card is the bread and butter of Fenelle. It is the trick and treat of Fenelle. So what exactly does it do? You may have up to 16 copies of this in your deck. That is so cool. That is so cool. You can play this if you have a Vanguard with Fenelle in its name, which basically means you can play it for the entire right line, as early as turn 1 if you truly wish to. You can perform one of the following according to the number of times you've played an order this turn. With the same card name. So, because you only can play you can play trick and treat with trick. And you can use it twice per turn. So basically you get one effect, and then you play a second one, you get the 2 effects, and then you play the third one, you get 3 effects. Okay, so that's basically how it works. I'm really going to get asthma from this video. Your opponent chooses one of their rare cards, and they may put it at the bottom of the deck. If they did not put a rare card, you draw a card. It's Chrono Jet Dragon! It says your opponent chooses 1. So it's not even up to 1. So I don't even say you can't. You have to. It's insane. Like, you're kidding me. So this literally just tells Blasted Up to eat shit, because like this is like a -1 on the opponent's on turn 1. You literally can spot remove on turn 1. Like, is this Lyrical Monasterio? Like, are you sure it's not Dragon Empire? Are you from Dragon Empire? What the hell? Bro, this thing. I'm so done. I should really consider resigning after this video. 2 times. Draw a card and countercharge 1. Great. So now it's all done. So you get the first effect, right? Because you get to apply the following effect. Oh no, you perform 1 of the following. Oh, okay. So you don't draw 2. Okay, so it's not that bad. You draw 1, then you countercharge 1. Oh, okay. So I got it wrong. Okay, so you play. If you use it once, you get to -1 for your opponent or draw. If you use it twice, you can just choose to draw and countercharge, which is nice because Fenelle already herself costs a card blast per turn. So this deck is virtually infinite now. Okay, 3 times. Choose up to 1 grade 3 or less card from your drop and call it a rare card. So it's Columbine now. Okay. I think I understand this. 16 copies because that's the max number of copies you play, and this deck does scale very strongly according to the number of this card you play. So I think it's pretty obvious that you play 16. You can play 15, but why? Like honestly, why would you? You can discard the extra copies of these in your drop, because if you play them on turn 1 and you have 2 of them in the drop zone, it immediately means you can draw and counter charge 1 turn earlier. So it's actually not as bad as you think by playing more copies of Trick. And that's why we only play 3 copies of Persona Ride, because this is not like Gravidia where on Ride gives you resources, and on Ride doesn't do anything here. So just playing 2 is fine. I've seen people play 1 Persona Ride in deck, which I think is a bit too greedy, but that's really up to you. So many cards to move. Alright, moving on to the grade 2s. The grade 2s, and this list, I promise you, it gets easier from here. Okay, so I know you guys have been listening to me literally pass away on camera, but we're gonna go through it. We play 4 copies of One Night Witch Streja. We play 4 copies of Haunted Spot Iristina. And yeah, that's actually it. That's all grade 2s, plus Fenelle. Yeah, because Fox Gold. Alright, so let's move into that real quick. I'll talk about Iristina first, because she is actually the native Fenelle support. And she is also a war beast. I think she's a dog. That's nice. When this unit is placed on a Vanguard circle during a main phase, yeah, main phase, so goodbye Shikahara. If you play 3 or more orders this turn, so +1, choose a normal unit with different card name from this drop and call it to Vanguard circle. So you play 3 orders, you call this and then you call them back. Bro, why can't Felty Rosa have this? Why does my combat go -1? Why? I'm done. You know what? Maybe after this I'll make my quick video. I'm done. There's no way. You will not get a Jagress deck profile out of me. Do you understand? When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, search your deck for up to 1 trick and treat. Reveal it, add it to your hand, shuffle the deck. Okay, so on one hand, this card screams play me on turn 2, but then on the other hand, the card is clearly meant to be played on turn 3. So you can play this up to the circumstance, I believe. Hitting this on turn 2 is really nice because it's on hit pressure for +1. It's basically Demolition Dragon. But the downside is that its combat skill is locked to you playing 3 or more orders this turn, which is only achievable through Trick Fenelle. So I think you will need to seriously consider your options when playing this deck, in the sense that you will need to make a higher level decision call coming into this card. This card, if you play going second, could either swing the game completely in your favor, or you're giving away a Columbine that just completely causes you to lose. But, and I said but, there is hope. For all my friends who love brain dead decks, we present to you One Night Witch Streja. From the creators of Latifa and Tayfault, we bring to you a $40 staple that you physically cannot afford. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, other than a unit's ability, which means you cannot resurrect it with your triple trick. So you basically get to Soul Blast 1. If you play a normal order this turn, which you always will, you play 16. You can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard choose up to 1 card that is the same grade or less to your Vanguard from the top 5 and call it the Vanguard Circle. Yeah, okay, that's pretty easy. It's basically the default. It's basically default. But it gets stronger. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if this unit was placed this turn, counterblast 1, draw a card, and this unit gains 10,000 power. So it's Emmeline now. Like, what? But there is a hope shining in the darkness here. This card is only able to use the second effect if you are going second, because it must attack grade 3 or greater unit, and it must be placed this turn. So realistically speaking, if you're using Stretcher to early aggro with your Stretcher, Soul Blast, and you call 1, just like Latifah, the downside is that you are completely giving up your CB1 plus 10 and gain 10k power. That is really the only cause of you giving up this benefit. So it's still kind of similar to Iristina, where it's a turn 2 card, but it's also a turn 3 card. But at the same time, I feel Stretcher is a lot easier to play on turn 2. You can play Stretcher a lot easier on turn 2 with lesser consequence, because that CB1 plus 1 draw a card doesn't really mean that much when next turn you are going to shower them with critical triggers right down there, down there. What do they call it on Halloween when they carry their little pumpkin things? I don't know. I've not been a kid in a while. Candy baskets or whatever. This card literally costs more than the deck. Yeah. So the entire deck here, made out of like 16 orders and all. Yeah. This deck costs about 2,000 yen, and these guys alone cost 80,000 yen. So you can make the call on whether you want to play this meta deck or not. But if you don't own this card, it's still okay. It's just highly recommended because this card pushes Fenelle to like 2 tiers higher. Okay, so I've said it. Everyone in the comment section, thank you all for watching. I know you guys are frustrated at me to no end for pissing you off, so at least we cleared the air. Okay, we cleared the air. Our grade 1, we play 1 copy of Fenelle again, because Fox ago. And we still have a few more cards in the deck. You'll be surprised, thanks to the new 54, we actually have more slots now. We play 4 copies of this girl. This girl is actually Prank Explorer Crispima, just like how I'm being pranked by doing this video. We play 3 Perfect Guards, just kidding, 4. I can be your Angle or your Demons, and I can be your Luat Stopper, so that's pretty good. Fenelle we've covered before. Let's talk about Miss Crispima. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, count plus 1. Search your deck for up to 1 Trick or Treat. Reveal it, put your hand, and if you search the deck, shuffle the deck. You can search the drop as well, because there's a chance you just run out of orders to play. So this is a really nice card that you play on turn 2 at 0 consequence. Unlike everything else I've been covering, this is actually one you want to spam early, because you can just CB1 and just add on the hand. So it's nice. It's a good card. And during your turn, if your drop has 3 or more Trick or Treat, Trick and Treat, this unit gains 5,000 power. So it's a 13k booster. This is probably the only balanced card in this deck, which is quite frightening when this is the triple, right? Last but not least, our grade zeros. Our grade zeros, we play 1 copy of Fenelle, because Fox Girl. Our orders, sorry, not orders. Our triggers are actually pretty standard. Like, you will see it very soon. It's actually not as hard as you think. Because this is a Gravidia style deck, we obviously max out on a number of critical triggers. We gotta play different crits because we gotta confuse them. We play 3 fronts because this is a Gravidia style deck. We will OTK, we will kill them. We play 4 heals. We're playing the Halloween style heals because it's nice to be spooky. And someone who's even spookier is Velnot. Velnot is the dangerous fire elemental from Festival Collection, who's also being reprinted in DZBT01, The Fated War. So please pick him up if you can. Why are we playing this guy and not Lyrical OT? This is probably the only case I would say it. Velnot is better in this case because Velnot gives you more attacks. And I know what you're wondering, but honest, why do I want more attacks? With my 2 crit rear guard. So yeah, that's basically all there is to summarize about this. Like, I mean, if you are really going to sit here and type out an entire argument on why we don't play Velnot, the argument basically can be summarized to you're poor. Because realistically speaking, if you can play a 4th attack with a deck that coughs out 60k 2 crit columns on turn 3 against a grade 2 Knight of Silence Gallatin, like, do you really need a point of contention? And that really is how I feel about this entire deck. This entire deck is absolute trick nonsense. Like, I swear to God, whoever designed this deck, I sincerely want to talk to you, like, calmly, with me tied to a chair, because there's nothing balanced about this at all. The fact that this deck is 2,000 yen and then you printed 80k yen worth of 4 cards, like, What is the point? And then to make it worse, I have to go and buy a main set card to give me a 4th attack. Like, why? Why? Is this worth it? Is this what we need to do to kill Shiranui? Is this how we kill God? Can God just go on the ban list? Thank you so much for watching. I see you next time. Goodbye.